It's been a while since OpenClaw came into existence, and after that, like people started using it. People started to buying Mac Mini and installing it on their separate software, separate system. If you try to install it, you need a system which have enough requirements, enough software requirements that it fulfills. Otherwise, you can't install it. Either you can try to install it on the VPS, but it's not easy for everyone. It's not easy for everyone to go to the command prompt, do run all the commands. So it's a bit of complex and not everyone able to use it. But in this video today, I will talk you about a new tool that called Kimi. This came into the existence now. People release a Kimi released this new tool called KimiClaw, and it's basically a software that can help you out to instantly deploy the OpenClaw and using it in a much better way and easier way. So I will talk you about that, if you should go with that or should you stick with the OpenClaw. Let's see. So basically what KimiClaw is, it deploy your 24/7 personal OpenClaw in seconds. Okay. So it's not a public OpenClaw, it's your personal OpenClaw, and you don't need to do any kind of commands to run, right? It will do that for you. So basically when you go here on the Make KimiClaw, you can simply click on this button create, and this will run that command automatically and deploy it within the seconds, and you can start using the KimiClaw without any problem. If you already have the OpenClaw installed in your system, then also you can use KimiClaw. Simply click on this link existing OpenClaw and run this command on the computer where you install the OpenClaw, and you can connect the KimiClaw with OpenClaw in a easier way. But if you haven't worked on the OpenClaw so far, I would recommend to go with the KimiClaw installation and don't run the OpenClaw on your system. It won't run this on the VPS, it won't run this on your system. Basically, KimiClaw with work on the cloud and do all the work for you. So basically, it runs on the cloud. So OpenClaw is an AI assistant that with personal memory, and KimiClaw eliminate complex local setup by deploying OpenClaw in clouds. So the difference is OpenClaw exists in your system, but KimiClaw exists in the cloud. So it don't require any kind of separate software or separate computer to buy. You can simply install it in the clouds, and KimiClaw automatically do that for you. You don't need to do that. They will install it on your on a separate cloud for you, your separate personal OpenClaw, and you can use that on your browser easy way. So plus it 24/7 uptime. You don't need any computer, extra computer to run 24/7. You don't need to purchase any extra storage. It will provide you 40 GB of storage, 5,000 plus skills that OpenClaw have, and you don't need the VPS server to purchase as well. No hardware limits and nothing. So you can run it as much as you want without any kind of limit, without any kind of storage problem, because it give you 40 GB of storage, unlimited memory, and 5,000 plus OpenClaw skills that you can use. Now if you go down, right, so local OpenClaw agents are powerful, definitely, I agree. OpenClaw is a really powerful agentic agent over there, but they come with real friction. You need to install dependencies, configure API keys, and keep your machine running constantly. These three are the major problem. You have to install that on your software, on your hardware, right? Which is risky. So otherwise, you purchase the separate computer, separate laptop. People are buying Mac Mini, Mac Studio for that, but then you have to spend $600, $2,000 for that purpose, right? Otherwise, you run it on the VPS, but when you run it on the VPS, it comes with the limitations, right? Then it comes like you have to run the API keys, right? Configure that, and you have to like do the installation, which is a complex process already. So with this, your agent stops and close. When you close your laptop, the OpenClaw stopped working. But the problem and but the solution with KimiClaw, it don't stop. It runs 24/7 even you close your computer, right? Because it is running on the cloud. Okay. So adding new skills, basically this provide stops when you close your laptop. Adding new skill means searching Claw Hub. So if you wanted to add the new skills to OpenClaw, you have to go to the Claw Hub, search for the skills, and then download the files, troubleshooting errors. And if you want 24/7 uptime, you will need to buy a VPS or leave Mac Mini running at home 24/7, which is not feasible for everyone. Okay. So what KimiClaw basically do? It remove all of this. It deploy OpenClaw to the cloud in one click, runs 24/7 without hardware, and gives you the instant access to 5,000 Claw Hub skills, right? So you don't need to figure out that which skill you wanted to download, it will already give you the access of all those skills. Okay, and everything that you can access through the browser only. So no terminal commands, no server cost, and no installation headache. That's a really good part. So what I like about this, if you compare with the OpenClaw, right? OpenClaw you have to install, which is a really complex process, not for easy for everyone. If you don't know the coding, if you don't know the technical stuff, KimiClaw remove any kind of technical things. Installation is super easy. You just have to click the button. Installation will be done instantly. Okay. No hardware requirement is there. You don't need to purchase any extra laptop, extra system, Mac Mini. Spend $600 on that, right? You don't have to download any skills file. It is all there, and it is faster as well. So if we see the comparison over here, you can see KimiClaw is one-click cloud setup. So no manual installations like OpenClaw, no terminal commands, no API configuration for the KimiClaw. In OpenClaw, you have to do that. In KimiClaw, no. Hardware requirements, zero, because you don't need to purchase any hardware. It runs on the cloud. But OpenClaw runs on your system, which actually gives you a little bit more advantage, but at the same time, it gives you the risk as well. Because when you run it on your own system, you can risk that the system can download the OpenClaw can download the harmful files from the internet and can run the harmful commands that contains the some malicious code. Okay, so that is risky, but because it runs on the cloud, there is no risk involved. Now it requires always on and machine or VPS, but here you don't need VPS. Skills access is already have the 5000 skills in the system. You don't need to install, but here you have to go to the Claw Hub, install the skills one by one. All right. Uptime, this is 24/7 already on because it is on the cloud. Here you have to keep your computer on in the OpenClaw. It provides the 40 GB storage, but here the storage is limited, depends on the how much disk space you have. And the cost, basically, if you wanted to do it, there's simple cost. If you wanted to install this, you can see they have 4 different plans. And this KimiClaw come with this plan, Allegretto. So you have to just pay $40 per month and you can use it. Now, if you say like, well, I have to pay $40 per month, why not to use OpenClaw? Well, if you look at that, paying $40 per month and risking your own data, having your separate computer like the Mac Mini or like that, is way much costlier, plus it's more riskier. But here, KimiClaw is much easier, no risk, no installation. So you can just install and start using it immediately. So that's the benefit. Okay. Now, if I go further, what it provide you in terms of the feature, it has the persistent memory just like the OpenClaw and custom personality. So you can design your own personality, how you want KimiClaw to act, how you want, what kind of personality you expecting from that agent. You can tell it, you can set up, right? You can give it a name, set a tone, define how it responds, tell it once and always format reports with 3 bullet points. Like you can decide, like you can tell it, you have to act in this way or that way. Okay, you can decide its personality. And the memory is persistent, so it remembers everything that you talk about. Then it's proactive schedule task. You can tell it like, I wanted to schedule this task and execute at this time every day, once a week or that. And it will perform all those set of actions at a specific amount, at a specific time you mention it. Okay. Another thing, 5000 Claw Hub skills at your fingertips. You don't need to go on the Claw Hub and found the community build skills and install it one by one. It already provide you that. So you can simply just choose which skill you want to use and it will do that task for you. Okay. 40 GB of cloud storage that you got, and pro grade search. So KimiClaw use Kimi advanced web search, because if you go to the KimiClaw, you can see it already have this deep search feature, web search feature, right? And here it already used that feature in the KimiClaw and for data fetching capability. It retrieve live information from sources like Yahoo, finance, news sites, technical documentations with higher accuracy than generic search APIs. And this makes financial analysis, comparative research, and real-time data tracking more reliable. Okay. So then how to use KimiClaw is very simple. Simply click on create over here and then it will run it for you. And it will ask you to do this, right? KimiClaw is starting up and then it will set up in 1 minute, right? And then you can just start using it without any problem. Super simple, super easy. Okay. And then it have all the skills, so you don't need to worry about that. You can simply just ask it like what you wanted it to perform and it will do that for you. Okay. So you can schedule the task if you see a 24/7 information radar, whenever you want to figure out any information, do the web search, it can do that for you. Even you close your system, it will do that task for you. Okay. Content creation, it can do that. You wanted to create the content, you want to proofread the content, you want to check certain thing, it will do that. Intelligent data visualization, let's say you have the PDF, you have the data research papers, you wanted to create the visual charts, visual representation of it can do that for you. Okay, end-to-end coding automations, you need to transform a logic description into a functional Python tool, ensuring it a bug-free and fully archived in the cloud. It can create the whole software for you as well. So basically, Kimi Claw, in comparison to OpenClaw, is much easier, much faster. Well, there are few differences, of course, because it is installed on the cloud. So there is like no personal access to you, right? But if you compare in terms of the OpenClaw, Kimi Claw is much faster to install, much faster to use, and have better results. Okay. So now you can decide what you wanted to go with. If you never use OpenClaw so far, I will recommend you can start with the Kimi Claw, test it out, because Kimi Claw is basically using the OpenClaw but in the cloud, giving you more storage, giving you all the skills, and simply use it, right? If you wanted to go with the OpenClaw, you can simply do that as well, but just remember it requires more of the knowledge with the coding, and it comes with a risk as well. So if you go with that, it's your choice. By the way, I hope you like this video. If you like this, then you can subscribe to this channel. I will make more videos about the AI and the automations and how you can use AI in your business to make more money, to save your time, be more productive. Alright, I will see you in the next video. Take care and goodbye.